What's up, everyone? I'm Robert Flores from MLB Network. I'm excited and thrilled to be a part of this stream as we officially unveil the cover athlete for MLB The Show 2023. We're glad you're here. I'm looking at the chat. We've got almost over 38,000 people here in the stream. Now, due to some unforeseen circumstances, Twitch drops are not active for this stream. It was my fault, okay? I accidentally flipped something and I should have done it, so that you can blame it on me. But the Twitch drops will be active in future streams, and I want to remind you, be sure to catch up and watch the streams as we prepare for launch date, because I'm hearing that those Twitch drops and the packs are going to be extra juicy. So make sure your account is connected. But unfortunately today, the Twitch drops are not active. Now, before we get to all the things we're going to get to talk about MLB The Show 23 and reveal our cover athlete and talk with a special guest, let's take a look back, shall we, at MLB The Show 2022. Of course, Shohei Ohtani was our cover athlete. For the first time, cross-platform expanded into Switch, Nintendo Switch. Shout out to all those of you that played on the Nintendo Switch, and a couple of other things. Over 1.2 billion games were played in MLB The Show last year. 33 million plus home runs, okay? And the most popular card, listen to some of these names, all right? Top card used in all the game. Rookie Series Rob Dibble. How about that? Aroldis Chapman, Devin Williams, Zach Britton, Mariano Rivera. Nothing but relievers, so definitely some power out of the bullpen. All right, so to get these proceedings started, first of all, I love that you guys are coming in strong with all the comments. They're coming in fast and furious. We're going to try to take some of your questions and bring them in the stream a little bit later. But let's bring in our special guest, NBA All-Star from the Cleveland Cavaliers, Donovan Mitchell. Donovan, how are you, man?
We're not hearing him.
We're not hearing Donovan?
How about now?
Yeah, we got you now,
There
man.
we go. There we go.
Hey, congratulations on the win last night, and congratulations on being selected as a starter in the upcoming All-Star game.
Thank you, Brian. I appreciate it. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be a part of this. As an avid MLB Show player, I'm excited to be a part of this. So it's awesome.
Yeah, we love to hear when athletes, and especially athletes from other sports, talk about playing the game. But obviously your career path took you to the NBA. Basketball took you one way. But baseball was a part of your athletic journey when you were a youngster, right?
Yeah. I actually grew up, like my dad works for the Mets.
Yep.
Still does to this day. He was a coach. I was in the minor leagues with these guys, as a 8 to 10-year-old, growing my whole life, basically just being around them. And I wanted to play baseball. I didn't want to play basketball. And then my sophomore year, I got hurt, and I made the switch, and I'd say it's gone pretty well.
Yeah,
so far.
I think it worked out rather nicely for you. Hey, we've got some footage here from SNY, our good friends there. This was 2021, I believe, right? You taking cuts at Citi Field.
Yeah. I hit about, I think it was 8 or 9 home runs that batting practice. So I know I still got it at least at batting practice speed. But I'm definitely excited to hopefully get some out here in Cleveland with the Guardians. And I might try it again when I'm done playing. I definitely am interested, and I've been throwing the ball a little bit, so I know my dad will be happy for sure.
Now, when you were playing as a youngster, what position did you play, or positions?
Yeah, pitcher and shortstop were my 2 positions.
Nice. All right, so you said you mentioned your love of MLB The Show. What were some of what modes do you play? And if you get into Diamond Dynasty at all, what were some of the cards that
I tried Diamond Dynasty, and I realized I wasn't all that good. I got my butt kicked pretty hard, but I love playing the road to the show. Probably because I like the vision of coming up through the minors, because that's how I would have, if I had gotten drafted, that's probably the road I would have taken. And obviously I go through with the Mets, and to be able to play, and I've set all the world records. I've played it on easy, I've played it on hard. I've had 200 home run seasons, so kicked Aaron Judge's record
there we go.
out the water. And I've had series. We won the World Series. I've lost in the playoffs. I've lost before we even got to the playoffs. I've been nonstop, and I just restarted over and over and over again. And then obviously franchise mode as well. Probably the 2 modes I probably play the most.
Now, when you play franchise mode, are you the Mets or are you another team?
Always. Always the
Always
Mets.
got to
I
be the
haven't been
Mets.
another team. Always got to be the Mets.
You mentioned your dad, who's worked so many years with the Mets in their front office. I'm wondering what similarities from being around. You mentioned you were around the players when they were coming up through the minors, and I'm sure you're friends with some current big leaguers. What similarities do you guys share, just from an athlete or competitive standpoint?
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing that I'm thankful for being in that locker room at an early age was the preparation. I grew up being around Jose Reyes, David Wright, Carlos Beltran, Pedro Martinez, Oliver Perez. The list goes on. Jake, even Jacob DeGrom as well, who was a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
Just being able to see their level of professionalism, their preparation. I've actually taken the superstition that comes with baseball and brought it to basketball. It doesn't work quite the same.
What are some of your
So
superstitions?
same songs every day, same pregame meal. I've had to dial it down, even to the point where I got to tie my shoe the same certain way. I had to stop after my rookie year. It became a lot because I realized that baseball is a little bit slower. It's four
Right.
games in the series. You have time and whatnot. But, for basketball, it's a quick and on to the next. But I think the biggest thing that I've taken away is the preparation and just being able to work like a pro, your attack, your mindset. Whether it's taking batting practice in the cage, one arm batting practice off the tee, little things like that, getting bunting practice, which I didn't understand the relevance of that till I got to the high school level and being able
Yeah.
to place that, but it's gone in today's game now. But like little things like that, the little details which helped me get to, where I am today.
So many professional athletes like yourself, they're gamers, they love to play. There's also quite a few, obviously, that take their gear on the road. How often do you get a chance to play some of your teammates, whether it be home or on the road?
I bring my everything on every road trip. Every
Nice.
road trip before every game. So like my pregame, we'll have shoot around. I'll come back to the hotel, eat breakfast, and I'm right on the show. Every chance I get, and I've actually gotten some of the guys to get around to get in the game and playing. Even though they don't play baseball, they don't know much about baseball, but I've gotten them to get on it. I mean, it's a pretty easy dub for me every time I play them, but it's been fun.
Now, you mentioned you love playing Road to the Show. I know that
Mhm.
there's a lot of content creators out there. In fact, they're probably watching right now. They like to name their character, their player,
Mhm.
a certain name. Like one of my good friends, Hollywood Bud. His guy is Big Gravy. That's his players, Big Gravy. Do you have a
Great
special
game.
name for your player, or you just go by Donovan Mitchell?
No, I go Miles Morales. The Spider Man.
There we
That's
go.
kind of been my guy. Spider Miles Morales, number 15. Short. Or I had to move him to third so Francisco can play shortstop. I didn't want to take his position,
That
but
makes sense.
definitely a third baseman.
Hey,
Miles Morales, number 15.
hey, your favorite team has certainly made a lot of moves
Yes, we had.
this
Yes,
off
we had.
season. How are you feeling about the Mets' chances in 23?
Well, I'm excited, man. I think last year we all, even I talked to some of the guys on the team. It's tough, going out the way, especially having the year that we had. Obviously, we lost Jake, who I love always, but we got Verlander, we got
Yeah,
Lindor, we got Pete, we got Jeff McNeil, who just signed back. Shout out to my guy Tomas Nido. We lost Taiwan Walker, who's a friend of mine as well.
yeah.
And then we also got Kode too, so I'm excited about that. And we got a lot of talent, man. We got a lot of guys coming in, and and got a lot of guys returning. So we got some tricks up our sleeve, and I always trust him. I think Mets fans call him Uncle Steve, Steve
Yes,
Cohen. So he's always got some stuff. So we're excited.
he is definitely the rich uncle. That is for sure.
Mhm.
All right, now Donovan, you stay there because we're going to now toss it over to our good buddy Ramon Russell, who is standing by with a special guest. Ramon.
Hey everybody, I'm Ramon Russell from the MLB The Show development team, and we have a very special guest and a very special project. Artist King Saladin has created 3 very unique jerseys that you will be able to vote on, and one of them will be placed into MLB The Show. So let's introduce him and bring him onto the live stream right now. Mr. King Saladin. King, how you doing?
What's up, man? I'm great, man. Blessed to be here. Thank you, man.
Awesome. Awesome. So you may be familiar, our fans, with some of his work. He's been one of the top collaborators on Project 70 and a ton of other projects. So tell everybody a little bit about who you are.
King Saladin from West Philadelphia. Artist, creator, entrepreneur. Just loving what I do, man. And I'm honored to be a part of this project.
Awesome. You said that you're an artist. What type of art do you create?
Oh man, so I've been able and been blessed to be able to create all different types of art, but I'm a traditional painter, but all different things kind of under that umbrella, as well as opportunities like this MLB The Show. So it's like it's all over the place, bro. It's crazy.
Speaking about MLB The Show, how excited are you to be working on this project with us?
I'm super excited to work on this project just based on this being my second time working with MLB The Show. So the first time we did something with we did custom bat skins and things like that for the All-Star game. So that
Mhm.
was like really really cool. So to get a call back, it's just like I feel like I'm a part of the family now, man.
100%. That was why, it had to be you when we had this crazy idea of let's create a few jerseys very specially and then have our fans vote on them. So let's talk about what inspired you to create these custom jerseys.
Well, I mean, just getting the opportunity was inspirational in itself. You know what I mean? So the second thing was when I was a kid, I played basketball. I loved baseball and things like that, but it wasn't like a lot of like outside playgrounds. It wasn't a lot of baseball fields and things like that in West Philly. So that's one of the things that was my barrier. But prior to that, I always wanted to design my own jerseys, like our own basketball jerseys and things like that. So when I got the call for this situation, it was kind of like, wow, like everything's kind of full circle right now, man.
Awesome. So let's talk about these three special jerseys that you created. The first one, let's talk about the first one with the bat. What was your inspiration and what's special about this design?
So the inspiration behind that one was just like I just wanted to do something that I've really never seen before, and I just wanted to keep it authentic to the sport as well. You know what I mean? So the first one with the broken bat, I literally used a little bit of that design in a few of my own baseball cards that I created over time. So I wanted to kind of like make those looks combined for the people that collected before, and it just like ties back to like the original art.
Nice. And what's special about this beach jersey, number 2?
The beach jersey is crazy, right? So one of the big things that happened in my life was I got the opportunity to like live on my cousin's couch for like 2 years in Miami, right? So this is when I quit my job. This is when I first started like my journey on becoming a full-time artist, whatever you want to call it, right? When I just gave myself a shot to be a super creative at life. I moved to Florida, Miami. So me being able to see the palm trees, seeing those tropical colors, just being in that warm weather from being back from Philly, it was like something that just like, I don't know, that was just inspiring in its own. So I just wanted to put that feel to the jerseys as well. And just like different areas of the world, like one's more urban, where I'm from. Another one's more tropical.
All right, let's talk about the third one a little bit, the graffiti jersey. What was your
Okay.
inspiration for it?
So I wanted the graffiti jersey. I just wanted the element of the art, and everybody that knows my art and seen my art before, came to art shows and things like that, they can get a piece of that from the jersey as well. You know what I mean? So that one is going to be the most that hits home for people that's collected my art over time and know where I'm from. And even if you ever been to Philly, it's kind of like almost like graffiti heaven, next to like New York.
All right, King, we want to thank you so much for being a part of this project, and we welcome you into the MLB The Show family. We appreciate everything you've done so far. We really appreciate you, brother.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you, and shout out to MLB The Show. Thank you for calling me up again for the second time. This is amazing, man, and I just appreciate it, bro.
No, thank you, and we're out.
Peace.
All right, now you'll be able to go to theshow.com a little bit later today and vote to let us know what or which jersey was your favorite. Back here with NBA All-Star Donovan Mitchell of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Donovan, were you able to see the jerseys? Which one was your favorite? Did you have one?
I couldn't. I wasn't able to see them. I don't
Okay.
know why I wouldn't show up on the screens. I wasn't able to see them.
Well,
or
there's a
hear
lot.
them either.
There's a lot of people in the stream. The third one seems to be getting a lot of love. Number 2 also keeps getting some run as well. So special shout out to King Saladin for helping us as we are rolling towards the reveal of the cover athlete of MLB The Show 23. Now, Donovan, I'm sure if you realize this, but like sometimes people can't wait, right? They just want it. They just want it right now. There's some guy in the chat that said, "Hurry up and reveal because I'm about to get fired." Now, we certainly don't want anyone to lose their job, but I mean,
Not at
Donovan,
all.
you know how it is. It's a production. It's a show. We kind of gotta, we can't just
You gotta-
just throw it out there
yeah,
at the very beginning.
And you gotta tease them. Gotta give them a preview of different things before you let the
Yeah.
before you show it.
Absolutely. And for the person that said that they were going to get fired, Colin, are you guys hiring here? See, there you go. Problem solved. So just a few more minutes before we reveal the cover athlete for MLB The Show 23. Donovan, you mentioned that you were friends with Jacob deGrom and Taijuan Walker. Have you had a chance to play any current big leaguers in MLB The Show or anything like that?
I haven't, but I got to say, I went to the locker room last year, and Max, Mad Max, said that he wanted to play me in pickup. At some point in time. So I told him we might have to make that happen.
He wanted to wait. Hold up. Max Scherzer wanted to play you in pickup basketball.
Yeah, because I guess the guys play and whatnot throughout the season, and they told me that if I was ever free to come on by. So Max, this is me accepting that challenge, and I'll be there at some point this summer. So
all right.
We can get to it.
Well, please put that on your IG Live or something like that, because I would love
100%.
to. I would love to check that out. What's your fondest memory as a Met fan? Maybe it was a game you went to or something as a youngster.
Yeah, I think the one that stands out to me was obviously this Andy Chavez catch.
You were there for that game.
I wasn't there for that one.
Okay.
I wasn't there for that one, but I do remember that. I don't remember this one either, but my dad said that we went to the Yankees-Mets World Series, Subway Series, when I was a kid. I was actually at the Johan Santana no-hitter with my school on a class trip. We went and we were there we were in the outfield, right where I forgot who ran into the wall. Somebody ran into the wall and made an amazing catch.
To kind of
who was that? No-hitter. I forgot who it was.
Someone in the chat, help us out. Who made the great catch as part of Johan Santana's? I want to say Kevin Pillar, but that feels like it's way, way off. Mike Baxter. There you go. There you go. Good job, chat. Yeah. That's the way to keep it alive.
So we were sitting right there. Like when he made the catch, we were looking down at him right there. And that was probably one of the coolest moments for me, being able to be a part of history and be able to be there for that. I think that was probably the one that stands out the most. And obviously making the World Series when we swept the Cubs. Got a lot of Cubs fans in the locker room, so that was a good one for sure.
I like when athletes like yourself or any other professional athlete, when they talk about the importance of playing other sports. You mentioned that you loved playing baseball growing up. I'm wondering how that helped you on your journey to the NBA. How did that help you become a better athlete?
Yeah, I think, the biggest thing, and I tell a lot of people this when they ask me, is, especially at a young age, you don't want to just keep overdoing your sport, whatever that is, basketball, baseball, football, soccer, hockey, like whatever it may be. You want to open your eyes and open your ears to different things, allow your body to do different things, different movements. If you start working at an early age and overusing those certain muscles at an early age, you get tired. And also you get mentally fatigued, when you're doing the same thing over and over and over again. I didn't take basketball seriously until my junior year of high school. Wow. That was just one of those things where I just wanted to play basketball my junior year. And then, I took off from there. You look at some of these other stars in the NBA like Joel Embiid, he played soccer his whole career up, and then he started basketball late. Like there's so many guys and ladies, that, start their careers, later at what they really do. I think that's one of the things that, I really preach to people is being able to play other sports because you just diversify, you just do different things.
I love that. Hey, we're roughly around 2-3 minutes away from the reveal of the cover athlete for MLB The Show 23. As I mentioned, 2022 was tremendous. Made some significant strides in the esports scene. I had a chance to call some of the circuit finals with my man Paul Spohr. Shout out to all those winners there. And Donovan, I had some numbers here in front of me. 1.2 billion games played in MLB The Show 2022. So you were a part of that. And a good portion of those, or a small portion of the 1.2 billion games, shout out to all those that were bunt cheesers, rage quitters, and pause monsters. You guys never change. Never change. You guys just keep doing what you love to do.
I definitely added to the rage quitting. I definitely added to that.
Oh, are you a rage quit?
Not typically, but I couldn't get a hit. And it was at this point I was like, look, this is getting outrageous. And then he made a spectacular. Whoever was playing made a spectacular play. So I just was like, I can't do this anymore.
Don't L2. Now, let me get your opinion on this, Donovan. Is if you're playing, I know you don't dip your toe into the Diamond Dynasty waters very often, but if you're playing someone online, they hit a homer, they L2 you. Is that egregious? Is that are you plunking the next guy? Are you quitting? How do you feel about that?
I think it's all fair. You look at the way baseball's gone today. I think it's like, I think it's part of it. I enjoy it. I might as well. I probably will hit the next person, but at the end of the day, it's fun because I'm gonna do it. If that was me, I'm definitely gonna do it. But I'm definitely gonna plunk the next person for sure. But I'm all for it.
Now, we had a lot of people when we teased. There were some buzzwords that were being teased for this cover release, and some of you are on the right track. But just some of the buzzwords that we had. Where are my buzzwords, Colin? Oh, no, they're not it. Did I write them down? Huh? Tropical. What? Superbly slick? Sleek. I really need to write these down. Don't worry, chat. This is a professional broadcast.
I feel like tropical. People should get on the tropical. That's a good one. I feel like
tropical was definitely high voltage. High voltage, tropical, sickly sleek, superbly sleek. Although sickly sleek is good. And by the way, high voltage is what the kids used to call me back in the day too. But that's a whole. Colin, I think the chat is beyond ready.
I think let's do it.
Okay. All right, Donovan, stand by. Here now, the reveal for the cover athlete of MLB The Show 23. Hit it.
When I was a little kid, we ran sandlot games in the Bahamas, 6v6, no catchers, no umps, just hitting bombs. And having fun, we played to play. And nobody told us not to play like that. So nobody thought we'd make it to the show. We all got that spark inside of us to swing for the fences and shock the system. And yes, sometimes we fall. It's a delay, not a defeat. The road to recovery isn't easy, but that only makes us stronger. So play your way, be yourself. Your path in MLB The Show starts now. Let's shock the system.
There he is. And there he is.
What's up?
The cover athlete.
What's up, guys?
MLB The Show 23 from the Miami Marlins, Jazz Chisholm. Jazz, congratulations, man. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. Today is a great day. My birthday's in 2 days. Everything's just going great.
What's your reaction? I mean, as a youngster, could you have ever envisioned yourself on the cover of a video game?
I mean, it was something I always dreamed of from when I was a kid, so I always wanted to be, but I never thought it would come to reality as quick as it has.
Yeah. And Donovan, I mean, what do you think of Jazz's Euro step? He's got it pretty good.
I'm a big fan, bro. I'm a big fan. Although you're on the Marlins, I let it slide. You're on the Marlins, division rival, but I'm a big fan of your game. And obviously you integrating basketball into baseball. That's near and dear to me, man. But I'm excited for you, man. This is dope. This is really dope, though. This is special, bro. For real.
Thank you, bro.
Hey, Jazz, I remember when you came up to MLB Network. You were a guest of MLB Central, 9 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday during the season on MLB Network. # shameless plug. But I remember the story you told about how you developed the Euro step. Could for those of you that weren't watching that day, could you share that story again?
Oh, so I played basketball in high school a lot, and I've been watching D Wade. Was basically one of the Euro kings at the time. D Wade, Manu Ginobili, everybody was in the league really just starting the Euro step. And I mean, I did it all around high school. You go through high school walking around, the teachers hit them with the Euro step, So one day I just told my boys on the team, I was like, yo, I'm going to hit a homer on the first day of spring. and then I'm gonna hit a Euro step. And then it happened, and they're like, bro, you got to keep it going, bro. You can't stop that. That was too hard. So that's how it sticked.
Donovan, what about you? Or you've used a Euro step pretty frequently, right? In your line of work.
Yeah, every now and again, not too much, but I got it from the same person Jazz got it from. Dwayne Wade is like a big brother to me. So just being able to see that, like I said, in the sport that I grew up loving and watching in baseball, that's pretty dope. But I use it from time to time when it's
Yeah.
needed.
Hey, we want to remind people that you can pre-order MLB The Show 23 starting next Monday, so a week from today. Jazz, what was your reaction the first time you saw the Euro Step celebration used in MLB The Show?
Oh, my little brother sent me a video of it because it came out on the trailer, and I was like, oh, like, this crazy, bro. Like, it was too crazy for me, bro. I couldn't, like, come to that day. I was, like, on Instagram all day, Twitter, just watching the trailer, just to pause it at the spot where it has me, like, doing the Euro step. It's so dope.
Hey, Jazz, I asked Donovan earlier about the shared traits and qualities that professional athletes have. I know you love the NBA and other sports, but I'm wondering what you think are the shared traits and qualities that professional athletes that play at the highest level, whether it be MLB or NBA, what they share.
I feel they just have that competitive edge. Like, every professional athlete has that edge to them. Like, as soon as we get to start playing anything, bro, I'm gonna be the best at it. And I feel like that's the number one thing you have to have as a professional athlete, is that every time you step to do something, you got to be the best at it. So I feel like that's what we all share. And like, just to be like, let's say I'm driving down the street at 60 miles per hour, just to say, bro, I could stay in a line better than you will. And it becomes something like into the biggest competition in the world. And that's what we athletes do.
Donovan, you agree with that?
1000%. Everything. It don't matter if we're shooting papers into a garbage can. Whatever, any chance you get, you find a way to make anything competitive. And like you said, you walking down the street, you see something, I could go touch this sign and jump as high as you can to go touch it. It's like, all right, bet, like, let's see who can do it. It doesn't matter what it is. It's just one of those things that's just in your mind, like always. I don't think it. And Jazz, you would probably speak. I don't think it ever turns off. Like, it's never something that just turned up.
Mm-hmm.
It's always there, always there.
Yeah, I truly believe that it never turns off.
Hey, Jazz, so you join a pretty exclusive list. I mean, exclusive company of former and current MLB The Show MLB The Show cover athletes. It's Bryce Harper, Joe Mauer, Andrew McCutchen, Shohei Ohtani last year. Just what are your thoughts about joining that group?
I mean, it's just a start, you know what I mean? Like, it's just things that you've always told yourself, and the things that you just want to check off your bucket list every time you go by it. So it's just one of these things that you can check off your bucket list and be like, bro, I'm with some great people right here. Most of these guys are going to be Hall of Famers at the end of their career. So it's pretty sick.
Hey, Donovan, is there a particular cover that you remember fondly from previous editions of MLB The Show? Maybe it was a player that you were a particular fan of?
Outside of this one, I would say, because I'm a part of this one with Jazz, you know what I'm saying? I got you, Jazz. Outside of Jazz, man, I got to say probably
I thought he was about to go back on me. I was about to be like, dang.
Nah, definitely Jazz. And, if I had to choose someone that wasn't Jazz, I'd probably say Andrew McCutchen.
Yeah.
For sure. Andrew McCutchen is
Hey,
definitely.
you ain't a Mets fan. Be honest.
No,
You ain't a Mets fan.
Hey, don't get mad because we swept y'all or whatever last year. It's all right, bro.
No.
See that.
Tell him do it again.
Hey, Jazz. Speaking of on the field stuff, you're obviously changing positions, going from second base to the outfield, specifically center field. How do you feel about that position change going into the season?
Man, for me, I just feel like I can do anything I put my mind to and just be the best at it. So, like, they told me that we needed an outfielder. I'm gonna go get it, and I'm gonna be probably the best outfielder we could have gotten without doing all this thing. Like, we had the trade to get a center fielder, and I don't know who we were gonna get, but we weren't gonna get a top 5 center fielder in the game. And I feel like I can make myself that in one season, so we can get to that.
Donovan, could you imagine switching positions? Like, what if the
Y'all
Cavs
ain't gonna
asked you
sweep
to?
us no more though.
Hey,
What if the Cavs asked you, Donovan? Hey, can you play some center for us?
it might be a little different. I don't know how I feel about their guard Jokic, but I promise you this: I'm gonna get my 6 fouls before anything
There you
happens. I
go.
know that.
There you go.
I'm gonna definitely get my 6 fouls. But I have mad respect for that. When I saw that, I was like, man, like that's pretty dope. And not only did you say you're gonna do it, you said you're gonna win the Gold Glove. Like that for me, that speaks to what we just speaking to, that competitive edge. Like
Yeah.
he feels like he can go out there and do it. I got a lot of respect for that. I personally believe he can do it. I've seen he's athletic, quick and move and whatnot. So I think you got it, bro. And I just hope you don't do too much against us during the year. But everybody, I think I'm rooting for you for sure.
Hey,
That sweep ain't happening no more.
hey, Jazz, real quick, I want to get your reaction to this because talking to some of the people here, the good folks here at Sony San Diego, the cover athlete choice wasn't just about on-field production. It certainly was that, but it included what you do in the community, how you feel about your community, how your community feels about you. I mean, there's other factors that seemingly played a role in this. I wonder if you could speak a little bit about that.
So like every year for the past 7 years, I've only been a professional for about 7 years, around there. So for the past 7 years, we've been coming back to the Bahamas every year, having a kids camp, giving away bats, gloves, everything, just to give back to the community. Come and have a kids camp. We bring in big leaguers, minor leaguers, just guys that enjoy the game and have fun with it. Because I feel like for me, I'm a person that loves to have fun and just loves to enjoy myself. So I want to give that to the community. You know what I mean? I want them to see that someone that came from exactly where you came from can do just as good as the things that you see on TV that we never thought we would make it to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I come back every year, just to keep on redoing it and giving back to them, because every time I come back, another kid or 50 kids would come up to me and be like, one day I'm going to be just like you and I'm going to be a big leaguer, bro. You're going to remember my name. My name is this. And I think that's the sickest thing in the world.
Donovan, what's that like to make that kind of connection with people or community as a whole?
Yeah, I think it's huge, and it speaks to what Jazz said. Like we were those kids, man. Like we were those kids that were trying to come up and say, like, you're gonna remember me at the end of the day. And now that, for him, especially being on the cover of the Athlete, he can go back to his hometown and his community and say, like, look, you guys can do it too. That's the ultimate, motivation as a kid. I was in MLB locker rooms and I'm watching, former Mets players, telling them like I'm gonna be that one day. Now, granted, I took a different route to play basketball, but that all stemmed from, seeing that, at a young age. So, the platform that we have and the way you use it, Jazz, the way I try to myself, that's ultimately what matters most. At the end of the day, we play the sport to provide for our family to win championships, but being able to give back and leave something for a legacy is huge as well.
Now, I know people in the chat have a lot of questions about what's coming next and when are we going to find out. Believe me, I've heard some things, and when you hear them, you guys are going to be excited. But those announcements will be coming in the days ahead, so be patient. Today, we're just celebrating Jazz Chisholm as the cover athlete for MLB The Show 23. Question for both of you guys, and Jazz, you go first. If you could, this came from the chat, if you could challenge anyone to a game of MLB The Show, who would it be and why? You first, Jazz.
Oh, I'm not going to lie. So, Donnie, I mean, I ain't going to cap. I want to play you because today I've heard that you play this game too much. So I really want to play you, but I got to give, it's a YouTuber that streams who's a good friend of mine. His name is Shelfie. And he whooped me on YouTube, man. He whooped me on YouTube. I'm talking 12-0. Like, couldn't throw a pitch in the zone. Outside the zone, just barely off. He's taking, bro. Like, it was just ridiculous, bro. 12-0. I couldn't get a hit either. So, like, I felt so bad doing that on YouTube. So I got to get him back. And I'm going to record it, too.
There we go. There we go. What about you, Donovan?
Yeah, I'm Jazz. I'm challenging to that. So once we're done with this, at some point this week, I know you're in the off season right now. So we definitely do that. I don't know, to be honest with you. I'd probably say Francisco Lindor. That's my boy.
I like that.
Him. Challenge him to one for sure. I don't know if he plays much or not, but definitely Francisco, and then Blake Snell too from the Padres. Blake Snell definitely want to challenge him for sure.
Now that's a good one. Now two things. One, Blake Snell. Remember a couple years ago we had the Players League during the pandemic. Things were shut down, and we had representatives from all 30 teams playing, and Blake Snell won that. Two,
Yeah.
I played Blake Snell on my stream. It's still up there somewhere. And to make matters worse, he beat me. But the insulting part was I gave up a homer to virtual Blake Snell. So Blake Snell was using Blake Snell, and he hit a homer off Corey Kluber and ended up beating me. So
Wow.
it
That's
happened.
tough.
Yeah. And by the way, if you ever, for everyone watching right now, if you happen to run across, because there are the real 99s. So there are professional ball players that play the game, major leaguers, minor leaguers alike, and some of them have been given 99 versions of themselves. So Lucas Giolito, I had to play him one time. He used the real 99, his Lucas Giolito card, and it was ugly. It was like the beating you took, Jazz. It was similar to that. So it happens, absolutely. Okay, here's another one. Who would win between Jazz and Donovan? I don't know the answer to this one. Jazz, what do you think?
See, ever since that beating about 2 years ago, I've become a way better player. So, like, I don't even know. Donnie, how's your game, bro?
I'm all right. I'm not. I'm all right. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I need some work. I'm not gonna lie. I definitely need some work.
You need some work. All right.
I need some work. I'm gonna be honest.
So, 8-8 tie?
Hey, Donovan, let me
Like an 8-8 tie?
Donovan, let me give you a hint. Colin, can you throw that controller over there? Can you hand me that controller? Donovan, I'm going to show you something that can help with your hitting, okay? It's called the crab method.
You gotta show me that.
It's the crab
show
method.
me that too.
It's
Oh,
this,
you gotta put it. Put it in the camera.
Okay,
You can't see it.
index finger.
Yeah, there we go.
Thumb, and you're like this. Now get some of the. I don't think we can say the sponsor, but get those things that go on top of the controller, and you use it like this. Shout out to everyone that uses the crab method, and don't tell me it don't work, because I've beaten some of you in the chat right now. You know it. You know you've taken an L from me. So
if you in the chat, please put what he's talking about so I can go get that on my way.
Please.
Home, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Drabant17 says, who hits like this? Me. I'm telling you. Now you don't. You don't pitch this way, but I feel like it gives you more control. You know, being able to hit.
Seen that.
So that's, just a little.
You think
tip.
you're quick enough to do that?
Well, here's
With
the
your
thing.
left hand?
Here. Yeah. See, I'm left-handed, but see, I think it helps me because I'm an older gentleman. It helps me with my kind of diminished reflex time. So, just give it a try. Maybe it doesn't work, but just give it a try. So, a couple more questions here from the chat. Let's see. Here's one. How many Gold Gloves are you going to win as a center fielder? Boy, that's a tough question. Just right off. You haven't even played a game
Depends
yet.
how many seasons out there. Give me how many seasons I play out there.
Okay.
I'll take it.
Okay. Let's see. How about this one? What stat does MLB The Show give you that is always too low? I don't know what that means. What stat?
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
When I first got into the game, it was power, but now they switched it.
Oh, got it. Okay. So your power is.
Yeah, they
is
had me
legit.
like 40 power, bro. I was like, what?
Yeah,
Better put that to 125.
That's
Gotta get that.
Now, what about what do you think your fielding should be, Jazz? I mean, obviously you're
In center field?
Yeah, you're beginning a new position. What do you think your fielding should be once the game opens?
I'll start off as an 82, 83. Give them a month to see what I can do. And then when they see it, then we could throw it up to 99. We got you.
All
We
right.
running stuff down out there, bro.
What is so? And the process, I'm assuming, has already begun, right? You're getting your.
Oh
your
yeah,
reps in.
I'm in the Bahamas right now. I just came from the field, the stadium that we have here.
Yeah.
I just came from there getting some fly balls, hitting some BP, and then came back here for the interview and everything.
Donovan, refresh my memory. Had you played any outfield when you were growing up as a kid? I know you played pitch. You pitched.
I did a little bit. My coaches hated it because I just overthrew the cutoff man because I feel like I could reach any base, so they just moved me to the infield. It didn't matter. I never threw it to the cutoff man.
Hey, you got to show.
Hey, that's my problem.
Got to show off the hose, right? Hey, again, I know you guys in the chat have a lot of great questions and you're curious about things. There's a lot of cool things that are coming in this version of the game, MLB The Show 23. And those subsequent things, those new features, all that stuff, it's going to be revealed in subsequent streams. So be sure that your account is connected because, again, today's stream, the Twitch drops aren't active. But in future streams, they will be. And I'm being told that they're extra juicy. So if you watch all the future streams up until launch, there's a real chance that you can have as many as 10, 12 packs for MLB The Show 23 as soon as the game launches. So make sure that your account is connected. Just a couple more minutes here with Jazz and with Donovan here. Let's see. This is a good one for you, Donovan. Who was your favorite player growing up? You know, we know that you're a diehard Mets fan, but who was your one particular maybe Met player that you really enjoyed following?
It was Mike Piazza. That was my first jersey, my first fan ever. And then as I started, hanging around the guys, it became David Wright and Jose Reyes. Those two for me were, What you mean? Oh, I mean, I'm waiting for the Gold Glove this year, and then we'll decide.
No, I'm talking about you didn't choose the 07 cover with David Wright on it, and that was your favorite player.
True.
I'm paying attention, bro.
Yeah. Jazz, what about you? Who was your favorite player growing up?
Me, I was a big Griffey. Griffey, A-Rod, probably some Gary, the Wiggle.
Yeah, and have you had a chance to, I'm sure you've come across those guys, right? And since you've been in the bigs, Chef and Junior?
Sick. So I was working out with Gary for this past weekend, actually. I was working out with Gary Sheffield this weekend. And I ran into Griffey and Reggie Jackson.
Oh, wow.
It was the sickest thing ever. Yeah, I was standing around 1,700 homers, and I was like, whoa.
Hey, Donovan, when you were playing wiffle ball or even messing around in the cage as a kid, did you have the Gary Sheffield wiggle?
I mean, I feel like you had to. I feel like it was a requirement. You had that. I don't know, Jazz, you probably know the Julio Franco. You had to do the Julio Franco.
Of course.
Yeah.
Like those three, I feel like those are like the staples. Like as a kid, you try all three of those. Those are definitely the ones. My dad hated it because it threw off my technique and my form, and he was trying to actually teach me how to hit. But I would just be in there every time, just wiggling back and forth, and trying to dip my shoulder and hit it out as hard as I could.
Yeah. Obviously, you guys play different sports. You play it at the highest level, though. Question for both of you guys, and Donovan, you can go first. Whether it's baseball or basketball or whatever, what is the message for young people out there that are thinking they want to be you guys later in the road? Down the road, they want to pursue this line of work. What would you tell them?
I don't think you can ever listen to the word no. I think, Jazz, you could probably speak to this too. Like, I think a lot of people like to put limits on what you can do as an individual. I think going out there, putting your mind to it and sticking with it, going out there, working harder, but it comes with a lot of sacrifice. For everybody it's different. I can't tell you how many times I've missed going to friends' birthdays. I've missed like hanging out with friends because you're in the gym putting the hours in. And I think that's one thing that we don't realize as kids is like that those hours, they add up, and after a while that sacrifice, but what you're working towards, ultimately, I look back every day like, man, I'm so glad I didn't worry about that at 13, 14, 15, 16. Like, because now I live a life where I live in the dream, like a dream, the thing that I dreamed of, to be able to be here. But sacrifice is definitely huge. Getting off the phone as a kid, I think is huge nowadays. And like, actually putting that work in for real. Like I think that's something that's huge for sure.
Yeah. Jazz?
Well, I feel like for me, it's just like, always believing in yourself and not, like he said, like, don't ever accept no. You know what I mean? Like, accepting no means you're accepting that you can't do something. You know what I mean? So for me, it's like I've never accepted that I couldn't do anything. Even down to like now I play center field. I was an all-star second baseman. I definitely didn't have the move from second base. But it's just something like that's something I'm built for. You know what I mean? I'm built to go and prove people wrong, and like that's what I'm about. So I feel like for kids, it's just like always know you got it, bro. Like someone can tell you that you don't have it, but you got to believe in yourself.
And last question from me, and again, it's to both of you. And Jazz, you can go first. What's the best thing that a veteran teammate or coach has told you on this path that you're currently on?
I think I was 19 or 20 years old. It was the year before I got to the big league, so I was like 20. I was having a terrible year. Like I was hitting like 190. I had 20 homers, but like it's just what I was hitting 190 with a month left in the season. And he came up to me and he was just like, listen, like I've seen you like play for these last 3 years. This is my third year in the minor leagues. And he just told me, he was just like, I've watched you the 2 years before that and the year that you had the chance to be in the big leagues as the youngest big leaguer in the big leagues if you went. You just completely turned into a robot and you weren't yourself. So I feel like that was it. Like he just told me, don't be a robot, be a human. Like be yourself, be a human. So I feel like that was one of the biggest things I heard as a kid. And like block out everything else. Block out what doesn't help you and keep in what helps you. And that's what I feel like I learned, the biggest thing I learned as a kid.
I like that. Donovan?
Yeah, kind of similar to that. You know, two things. First is keep the main thing, because as you get closer to your goal, you know, more and more stuff starts to distract you. And, you know, trust the work. You know, at the end of the day, like you said, like it was probably one of Jazz's lowest moments, batting 190 or whatever. And then next thing you know, you trust in the work that you built to get there. And, you know, that's all. At the end of the day, I go through a shooting slump, whatever. At the end of the day, you just continue to put those reps in and trust in the work, because the work eventually, you know, will show at some point in time.
Yeah, like Doc Zen in the chat just said, just block out the negativity, just like here. So that was well said, Doc. I appreciate it. Donovan Mitchell, thank you very much for joining us. Best of luck to you and the Cavaliers for the rest of the season. We want to remind people right now, or soon, right now, go to theshow.com and be sure to vote which jersey you like the best, and the winning jersey will be used in the game. So there are the three choices. All three of them are pretty good. Jazz, Donovan, which one are you guys liking so far?
I low-key like the last one.
Jersey number 3.
I like jersey number 3.
Okay.
Number 3 is hard.
For sure.
Number 3 is hard.
Yeah. So that's
not
number
too
2.
much, but a lot.
Okay. That's
Right.
2. I like this one. This is jersey 1, I believe, right, Colin? Okay. And then,
Yeah.
but Donovan and Jazz are feeling jersey number 3. So go right now, theshow.com. Be sure to vote to let us know which jersey you want to be able to use in the game, in the upcoming game, MLB The Show 23. Shout out to Ramon and King Saladin for putting that together, especially King Saladin. All 3 jerseys look tremendous. So can't wait to see which jersey is used. Colin, I think that's is that it? Oh, we got some tweets here from Fox Sports. Here's some of the tweets, guys, that celebrating Jazz on the cover of MLB The Show 23, announced just a few moments ago. There's the Major League Baseball tagging Jazz, and then there's MLB Gaming also celebrating Jazz, and the Miami Marlins, of course. Jazz, I know people in South Florida are going to be psyched about having you on the cover for this year's game.
Oh, man. I mean, everybody has been calling me every day ever since the pictures have been coming out, and they've been seeing the purple and the blue, and they've been asking me if it was me, and I was like, bro, I really don't know.
Yeah.
Like, even my family members that knew I was in San Diego for a couple of days, and they're like, oh, yeah, but you were in San Diego. I was like, bro, I don't even know what you're talking about. What's in San Diego? Like, I'm just out there. Vacation.
Well, enjoy the rest of the offseason. Donovan, enjoy the All-Star game, and good luck the rest of the way. And thank you very much for joining us. Congratulations, Jazz.
Congratulations, Jazz.
Thank you.
Brian, thank you.
Thank you,
guys.
Ronnie.
And thank you guys for joining us here on twitch.tv. What do you got? Oh, pre-order. Once again, pre-order a week from today. So next Monday, you can start to pre-order MLB The Show 23. Thank you very much for joining us. right here on Twitch. I'm Robert Flores from MLB Network. Remember to stay tuned, follow MLB The Show, all their social channels, all their feeds to hear some of the future streams, because I guarantee you're going to love what's going to be coming your way in MLB The Show 23. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you around.
When I was a little kid, we ran sandlot games in the Bahamas, 6v6, no catchers, no umps, just hitting bombs. And having fun, we played to play. And nobody told us not to play like that. So nobody thought we'd make it to the show. We all got that spark inside of us to swing for the fences and shock the system. And yes, sometimes we fall. It's a delay, not a defeat. The road to recovery isn't easy, but that only makes us stronger. So play your way, be yourself. Your path in MLB The Show starts now. Let's shock the system.